Hey, what's up guys? And today I just wanted to go over some basic movement around the map in Deadlock. This is something I showed my friend the other day when they're just getting more into the game, and I wanted to show them some quick movement that you can do that can really improve your game. And yeah, so things like earn movement, bridge buff movement, and stuff like that. So let's go ahead and get into it. The first thing I wanted to show is earn movement. So you'll see earns coming down right here. One thing you can do when picking up the urn is, let's say you pick it up right here, and we'll go ahead and wait a second to do that, to pick it up. You can wall jump off the wall here, and that just gets you over here a bit quicker without using stamina. So especially if you're a character that doesn't have a lot of stamina, you can do that. And then another thing I like to show off is this. Instead of like double jumping up here, which uses stamina, what you can do is you can wall jump off this wall right here. Go ahead and drop the urn here. This wall right here. So if you wall jump off it, what you want to do is hold W and then just press Q. And you can see my inputs as well. That's what I'm doing. This way you just don't use stamina, and you can easily get on there with the urn. This is also important for bridge buffs. So if we go to the other bridge buff, this is a pretty important spot. They did this weird thing where they added this box. I really hate that. It kind of causes you to jump up weird now. And then if you jump from the side, you can do that, but that wastes the stamina. So one good thing to note is you can jump from here, and then you can punch up. And then also, like, if you don't want to punch, you can also dash. And if you do it good, you can like get it without a ledge grab as well. But you can always punch as well if you don't want to waste stamina or don't have a stamina to waste. So here's an earn route you could do, and there's obviously better ones, but I kind of wanted to show just a more basic one. Go up here, we slide, then wall jump, edge boost, and then dash again. I didn't get that edge boost there, but hopefully you do. And then you get earn right here. And that's a more basic one. There's more advanced ones where you can do different things, but I think just learning something like that and just practicing this just even a little bit can really help just do the earn a little bit faster, which I think is really good because I see so many people do the earn so slowly. So even doing it semi-fast is going to be really good. All right, another thing for bridge buffs. I already showed if you want to get to bridge buffs like this with the wall kicks, it's really helpful to know how to do that. That way when you don't have stamina. From this one, you can also do it from this angle. So if you're coming over from over here, just know you can wall jump, punch. Sometimes you don't even have to punch, but if you're worried about it, you can go ahead and just punch. And this is a good movement tip to keep in mind in general, because like for this one, you could just do this as well. That might not have been the best, but you get the idea of doing that. And there's a whole bunch of events and places you can do that at. All right, another place I wanted to show is if you want to get to bridge buff, you can do that from here pretty easily. You can obviously go up here, but you can also just easily do it from here, so I don't have to have stamina on. And you can do that with pretty much any character with like 3 stamina. There's probably even a better way to do that, but just keep that in mind. If you're like over here and you want to get to the bridge buff decently fast, you can do that. Another way from over here, which is where the doubles is you can just take this vent, kind of dash to the left, and then you can punch it. I'll show one more. So there's this thing, I forget what it's called, but if you grab this sign right here, and there's a whole bunch of other ledges you can do this on. If you grab this sign and hold neutral, and then you're going to press space when you start falling, you can kind of do that, which is pretty cool. So you can do that, jump, and you've only wasted 1 stamina to get up here from that sign. All right, another thing I wanted to talk about is doubles. So when you're doing doubles, like let's say you're doing this and you're trying to steal these doubles, you can get out of here super quick if you just go over here and then you take the vent and you leave. And this isn't a movement tech or anything, but I think it's just really important to keep that in mind. You can steal centers really easily and get out really quickly. I don't see a lot of people do that, but I steal these all the time and go unpunished. So just keep that in mind that you can do that. Especially if you're a quicker character who can get in and out really quick, you could just do that without worries. Another thing I see people do is getting to mid kind of slow. So they'll do this, they might do this, and then they go down here, go left, dash down, and then you're kind of in mid. Which, that's okay. That could be worse, but there's way quicker ways to get to mid. So if you just go over here, you just drop straight on down. Boom, you're in mid boss, like right there. So that's good to keep in mind that there's just a couple different ways to go to mid, and just make sure you're going to mid the quickest way. So again, from like right here, instead of, going up here and maybe dropping down, doing that same way, you just go here and go down here. Now this might seem obvious at first, but I think it's good to practice like getting to mid from different places, because a lot of times I see so many people trying to get to mid and they just do it in the most unoptimal way possible. And I'm sure I do this from time to time as well, but it's just good to keep in mind the different options you have and pick the more optimal path for getting to mid quickly. And let's say you want to fight down here, just drop down there and stuff. That way you're not wasting a bunch of time trying to get to mid when your team's already there. And generally when you're doing mid, you're on a time crunch, so you want to do it as quickly as possible. All right, finally, I wanted to show the jump up from the Curiosity Shop. This is super easy to do. All you do is walk all the way forward into the Curiosity Shop, and then you're just going to you're going to jump, and then press space to wall jump, and then press space again. So jump, jump, jump. And then you can hold the direction to like ledge grab. So it's really simple. And like when you jump, when you do your air jump, you can hold forward or sideways or whatever. But yeah, the easiest way I found to do it is just hold forward all the way, jump, 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 and you should get it every time. It's really simple. And it's a really nice way to like quickly get out of shop. So whenever you're buying, buy whatever you want, boom, and then you're out. And that's really important, especially if you're buying in the opponent's secret shop and you want to get out quickly and get back to safety. You can quickly do that. Just keep in mind, in the higher ranks, people are very well aware of this. So like if there's an Abrams, he might just charge you right out of here. So you might not want to do this every time, but it is good tech to keep in mind. And then finally, I will say, I think it's good practice to just keep in mind how you want to rotate to a different lane. So if you are on, let's say, green lane, what you can do to quickly rotate over. And then let's say if I want to go blue to yellow, how am I going to get there quickly if I don't want to like zip back to spawn? I think this is something people waste a lot of time on as well, and something I can surely improve on as well. Finally, I wanted to talk about this, which I forget what it's called. I think it might be called ledge boosting or something like that. But basically, when you climb up a ledge, if you hold control, you'll slide automatically. And it doesn't even take a stamina. So you see my stamina? It just stays the same, which is really cool. So you can go a little further. And then from there, you can dash jump, which is pretty cool as well. And now, the even better way to do this is when you're doing it, you can jump. Oh, I messed it up there. You can jump with it as well. That also doesn't waste stamina, and it's just like a free dash jump almost that you can just get out of there. And you can do this with pretty much any ledge in the game. So if you do this over here, let me go over here. You can do it right there. I didn't even do it that good, but you can do it right there. You can do that all over. And since it doesn't use any stamina, it's really good on low stamina characters since you don't have to worry about using that extra stamina. That's going to be it though. Just some basics that I found useful. I could definitely go more involved into like a full movement guide. This isn't really a full movement guide. This is just kind of the basics of what you can do on the map and kind of slight movement tech that you can use to hopefully help you out in your Deadlock matches. So if you did find this helpful, I would really appreciate it if you liked the video and subscribed. But yeah, I'll catch you guys in the next one. Have a good one and good luck in your games. Peace.